What's up, gang? CJ Curry here, back with another Flex Friday Prize Picks video for you. I hope this video finds you well. Sorry I've been MIA, but we're back at it with 4 different Prize Picks options for you to consider on today's massive NBA slate. But first and foremost, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, get subscribed. It's free to do, cost you $0. I'm posting videos regularly discussing my favorite player props each and every day. And if you can do me a favor while you're down there messing around with the subscribe button, go ahead and hit that like button for me as well. I'm looking for at least 150 or more likes. I'm setting the line at 149.5. With your support, I know we can get this done. I just believe it. You got that dog in you, and so do I. All right, let's take a look at today's Prize Picks board. Guys, if you're not playing on Prize Picks yet, if you're a first-time Prize Picks depositor, good news for you. They're still doing a 100% instant deposit match, meaning every buckaroo that you put in on Prize Picks, up to 100 buckaroos, they're going to match it dollar for dollar, making your first entry on Prize Picks a risk-free entry. All right, they're going to give you a bunch of promo credits for every dollar you put in. So, if you're not already playing on Prize Picks, I've left a link down in the description below. Use code Curry and get your butt playing some Prize Picks. It's daily fantasy made easy. Starting with this first pick here, we got Josh Giddey of the Oklahoma City Thunder. He's taking on the Phoenix Suns. Now, it sounds like SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, is expected to sit out tonight, which has bode well for Josh Giddey in the past. He's done really well. Limited sample size, only 2 games that he's played this season without SGA. But those games, he absolutely smashed it. We're hoping that tonight is more of the same. But first and foremost, we want to make sure that this is a plus EV play. So we're going to go over to my favorite Prize Picks tool. It's the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. And you can see there's a lot of love here for Josh Giddey overs. You got a 53.4% chance that he's going to go over on points, a 53.3% chance that he's going to go over on points and rebounds, a 52.6% chance that he's going to go over points, rebounds, and assists. So if the points get bumped, pivot over to the points and rebounds, pivot over to the points, rebounds, and assists, okay? Don't get discouraged. Just pivot over to a different play. But nonetheless, you can see that FanDuel's already got Josh Giddey's points up at 15.5. I think it's just a matter of time before these other sports books bump his line up from 14.5 to 15.5 as well. So we should be thinking about leaning toward the over on Giddey's points. Now this season, games played without SGA, like I said, limited sample size, only 2 games, but he had 18 big points against the Golden State Warriors. And then he had 31 massive points against the Houston Rockets on March 27th. That was a couple days ago, all right? So Josh Giddey today against the Phoenix Suns is in a pretty good spot. The usage should absolutely be there. He should get plenty of minutes and more shot opportunities than he would typically get if SGA was playing alongside of him. Now that we know that, let's run some projections on my guy Giddey. He is projecting very well today across the board. This is RotoWire. RotoWire's got a 2-day all-access free pass down in the description of the video. You can take advantage of that. No credit card required if you want to try out this RotoWire Prize Picks dashboard. But look at all the Josh Giddey love today from the RotoWire projection tools. Points through rebounds, points, PRA, all the ones we discussed. But we're looking at the points. 16.9 projected points on a line of just 14.5. Yes, sign me up for that. I'm loving the projections for Josh Giddey's points. We're going to check another projection system here. And the reason we do that is because each projection system or model is a little bit different than the next. And so we want to make sure that we're using multiple projection models to get a good, well-rounded read on what they think might or could happen in today's game. And so Giddey's projected for 16.2 points, and this is over on Fantasy Labs. So Giddey for more than 14.5 points looks like a solid move. Taking us to the other side of this game, the Phoenix Suns side of this Oklahoma City Phoenix Suns matchup, Kevin Durant returning to OKC, his old stomping grounds where he got started, kind of broke in, cut his teeth coming into the NBA. He's at 10.5 rebounds and assists. So let's go again to the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer and see if this is a plus EV play or not. And in fact, it is. Of course it is. I wouldn't be playing it on PrizePicks if it wasn't a plus EV play. 53.4% chance that Durant's going to go over 10.5 rebounds. Now again, 53.4% is not even close to 100%, but you got to think about it this way. The lines makers who set these player prop lines try to set them as close to a 50-50 proposition as possible. So anytime that we're getting a 3 or 4% edge, we should be happy. We should be satisfied with that. Any kind of edge against these sports books, or in this case, PrizePicks, is a good thing. And once again, you're seeing FanDuel, they already have them up at 11.5. Like, I think all these sports books will jump in line with FanDuel. FanDuel kind of leads the way when it comes to bumping lines up from what I've noticed. And so don't be surprised if you see DraftKings, if you see MGM and Caesars kind of join FanDuel in offering Kevin Durant at 11.5 rebounds and assists. But yes, it's looking good here. So let's run some projections on Mr. KD. 10.5 rebounds and assists. He is projected for 12 over on RotoWire. And then if we take a look at where he's at on Fantasy Labs, another strong projection of 11.5, putting him 1 rebound and assist over his line today of 10.5. And if you take a look at the games Kevin Durant's played here recently, this is a 15-game sample size when Nurkic, Beal, Booker, Allen, and Gordon are all active for the Phoenix Suns. You can see that he's hit in 11 out of his last 15 games playing alongside of those players I just mentioned. So that's a 73% hit rate. That's nearly a 12 rebound plus assist per game average for Durantula. So things are looking really good here. Gotta love the hit rates and consistency lately from KD when it comes to this 10.5 rebound and assist number. So I'd be leaning toward the over or more in this case. Bringing us to the next one. Now, this is going to be a controversial one because anytime you have a superstar like Luka Donic, a triple-double machine, gets a little uncomfortable taking the unders, right? But we're going to look at it and hopefully tell you why that you can make a good argument for taking the under for Luka Doncic today. So back to the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer we go. We punch in Doncic's name here, and he's at 10.5 rebounds. Now, he's listed as a game time decision. I don't know if he's actually going to play or not. I think there's a slim chance that he probably misses the game. More likely to play than not. But in this case, 54% chance that Luka stays under 10.5 rebounds. You got a sharp sports book like Pinnacle who has his odds set at minus 146 to go under 10.5. Most of these other sites and books also have him at 10.5, but a whole lot of juice coming in on the under for Luka Doncic. But if this makes you uncomfortable, please don't take any of the picks that you don't like. Just take the ones that you're really vibing with. But let's look at Luka's game charts here. These are games played with everybody who's expected to be active tonight for the Dallas Mavericks. So Daniel Gafford, Kyrie Irving, PJ Washington, Tim Hardaway Jr., Derrick Jones. All right. And when you look at these games, you've got a total of 19 games here. He's only gone over in 8 out of 19. He's only went over in 8 out of 19, meaning he's went under in 11 out of 19. He's averaging 9.7 rebounds per game with all of his mates healthy and active. He has gone over in his last 2 games. The last time he played Sacramento, he barely got over, limped over 10.5 rebounds with 11. Maybe things don't break his way tonight. Maybe he stays under 11 rebounds in this rematch, this back-to-back head-to-head matchup against the Sacramento Kings. But there's a little bit of information on Luka. Goes under 10.5 rebounds far more often than he goes over at 10.5 rebounds. So let's run some projections here on Luka Doncic. Now that we know what we know as far as hit rates and all that stuff is concerned, first projections got him all the way down in 8.9 boards. They think he's going to be right around 9 rebounds tonight, which would be good news for us if we decide to take the under at 10.5, right? So first projection, very favorable for the under. Let's also take a look at the second projection system over on Action Labs. We punch his name in there, and you're getting another very low projection on Luka Doncic, 9.3 projected rebounds. And so at 10.5, I got to lean toward the under on Luka D. All right. Which brings us to our last pick, Jaylen Suggs. Kind of an honorable mention pick because he has been in a 2-game slump. He has not been playing very well in the last couple of games, but he is at home tonight. And as we've mentioned in previous videos, Jaylen Suggs at home is a lot better than Jaylen Suggs on the road. I think it's just a matter of time before he snaps out of this funky skid that he's been on, all right? So 13.5 points and rebounds. We're going back over to the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. That's right. If you guys want to get your hands on this tool, this Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, the game changer for PrizePicks, underdog, and etc. players, link down in the description below. It'll save you 25% on your first month when you use code Curry. Here's what we got on Suggs here. The points and rebounds, 52.1% chance that he goes over 13.5 points and rebounds. So out of all the picks, this one has the lowest chance, I guess you could say, of the 4 picks we've discussed in today's video. But nonetheless, still leaning more toward the over at 13.5 PR. We take a look at the games in which Suggs has played this season at home. Well, the numbers really stand out. 33 home games. He's gone over in 26 out of 33 home games. That's a 79% hit rate, a 16.9 points plus rebound per game average in that 33 game sample size in which he has played at home. Like I said, he is coming off 2 poor games, underperforming below average games, but hopefully there's a bounce back game in his immediate future, and hopefully it's tonight against the Los Angeles Clippers. So now that we know what we know about Suggs, let's run some projections and get you guys out of here. Appreciate everybody who's still watching. Opening up his first projection, 16.69 projected points and rebounds. What do you guys think? You liking that projection? I sure as heck am. So we like what we see here with this first projection on Suggs, 16.69. Again, he needs just 14 points and rebounds to cash us out. Let's check a second projection just to make sure that RotoWire's not on that funky stuff today. And they've got Suggs projected at 14.7 points and rebounds on Action Labs, which still puts him over 13.5 by a whole point and rebound, which we really, really like. So I would lean towards Suggs for the more here, but that's kind of more of a honorable mention. Like I said, he's been on a little bit of a slump, a little bit of a skid, but he's due for a bounce back at some point. So what are you guys thinking? We got 4 picks here. Which of these picks are you liking the most? Which ones are you liking the least? Are you tailing them all, fading them all? Let me know down in the comments section below. I'm always down there to answer and address any questions, comments, or concerns. Guys, it's Flex Friday. Let's try to make it a good day. We got a lot of NBA, a lot of MLB. We even got some college basketball tonight. So should be plenty of options on the board for us to take advantage of. Good luck on all your picks, plays, and parlays. And to everybody else out there who's in Dub Club and Discord, we'll see you throughout the day. I'll be in there posting even more picks than I can fit in this video. Catch you then.